Hello everyone and welcome to episode 7 of Conversations with Care Homes, brought to you by My Home Life England. I'm Jen Linfield. The focus of our video this week is supporting residents who are living with dementia during this challenging period of COVID-19. The safety measures brought in to help stop the spread of the virus have in many cases posed additional challenges for people living with dementia, as well as those with mild cognitive impairments. Around 70% of care home residents are living with a form of dementia, so this is a hugely important topic for all of us. As we all know, the practicality of communicating well with people living with dementia whilst in full PPE is a daily challenge for many people working in care. Now, the good news is there is lots of information being published which suggests successful communication methods. Our networks have recommended the wonderful work of the Social Care Institute of Excellence, which on the 12th of May brought out a great practical guide to communicating well with people living with dementia while stressed in PPE. It suggests a number of practical ideas for staff and how to communicate well. Things such as having your name and picture clearly visible on your PPE, laminating a smiley face or having something that's pretty and beautiful like flowers on your PPE. Things like this will help people living with dementia and make them feel at ease. For more suggestions, do visit their website. Many of the suggested listed recommendations from SCIE were mentioned in the Journal of Dementia Care's new webinar sessions called Effective Practical Care and Support for People Living with Dementia in Care Homes During and After the COVID-19 Pandemic. Now, this, as we understand it, will be a series of webinars hosting new guests each time, and we caught last week's episode and it was really helpful and very interesting. It's free to access, so do pop onto their website to find out more details. One of their speakers, Cara Grattan, mentioned that her staff have been using visual prompts and posters with residents living with dementia. Staff carried these posters with them, which featured images and words, and residents seemed more able to grasp what was happening and why, resulting in residents feeling calmer when staff needed to assist them. Other practical measures are more widely known about, but care home staff have told us that it's really important to keep reminding one another of these. These were things such as being aware of your tone of voice, maintaining good amounts of eye contact, smiling under your mask, and trying to display calm body language, avoiding sudden movements. Also, perhaps visual cues such as nodding can also be really helpful for people living with dementia. If you'd like more advice on how to communicate with people living with dementia whilst wearing a mask, Sarah Reed, a dementia care workshop facilitator and My Home Life England representative, has written a fantastic blog with further tips, of which we'll include in the links below. As always, relationship-centered care is hugely important and will help to achieve the best outcomes with COVID-19 safety measures. Barchester Care has advised it's all about the little things that keep people calm and levels of distress down. For example, whilst much of the country has been singing happy birthday whilst washing their hands, we know that this confuses our residents living with dementia. So we know that singing songs that are familiar to them is going to encourage to wash their hands. In a recent study from UK Dementia Research Institute, 60% of residents who tested positive were either asymptomatic or didn't display common symptoms that were associated with COVID-19, like coughing or fever. Instead, some of the symptoms like delirium or loss of appetite and diarrhea or fatigue. These statistics are quite striking and enforce the importance of flagging symptoms that are out of the ordinary for any particular resident, even if they don't match the usual COVID-19 symptoms. Finally, we heard a fantastic washing up tip from a group of care homes from Milford Care in Derbyshire and Nottinghamshire. They have been asking residents who have dolls, dementia doll therapy, to bathe their dolls, helping residents and encouraging residents to wash their hands at the same time. They've also been encouraging residents to wash up, which means that their hands are in the water and are also being washed. a very thoughtful and practical way of ensuring that there is a regular hand washing routine throughout all the care home. We hope you found this episode really useful. As ever, we wish you well and thank you for everything you're doing. Please take care of yourselves and we'll see you next time on Conversations with Care Homes.